Hello, this is Ennis from Never Stop Trucking. Box trucks, should you get them and should you work with them? There are people out there who are still thinking that they can right now make money with box trucks. And I'm here to tell you that most likely you won't be able to make any money with box trucks right now. There are a couple of solutions for you, and I will be talking to them later in this video. And spoiler alert, this is local work or Amazon Relay. I will be talking about that in a minute, but let me first tell you why you should not go into the box trucking business. There are a lot of channels on YouTube that talk about that. There are some owner operators and drivers and maybe dispatchers who are telling you how they're making this big money. Now, that may be the case. I'm not saying they're making this up, but maybe that's specific to them. Most people who go into the box trucking business or any trucking business will have to work at least in the beginning of the load boards. If you don't know what load boards are, this is software where brokers can post loads that they cover for their customers, and then it's just like a big marketplace. You can bid on them on these loads. You can call these brokers, negotiate the rates, but depending on the market conditions, these rates will change all the time. Right now, we have probably one of the worst trucking markets in the history of trucking here in the United States, as far as I know. And box trucks are the worst, right? Well, maybe Sprinter vans are even worse than box trucks, maybe even hot shots. But box trucks are definitely on the bottom of the list. So once you start your own trucking authority, you buy your own truck or you have your own driver, you will most likely have to work off of these load boards. And these load boards, no matter what it is, whether it's a DAT board, a truck stop, there are few box trucks load boards, but they're very expensive and they're very specific. It's kind of a niche market. They're outdated, and there are not that many loads there at all. There is people talk about selectors, but selectors, like we could talk about selectors for an hour, I guess. The problem is that the rate per mile that they're offering you there is really low, and you're not going to be profitable, even if you're driving or if you have your own driver, right? Like I said, maybe you can find a deal. Maybe you already have something good for you. If you have something, sure, why not? You have something arranged. You have maybe a local shipper or a contract, something ahead, planned ahead, and then you can count on that. But if you're just like diving in, like most people are, they just see someone having a box truck and they're like, hey, maybe I could do that. Maybe I can drive it. It's attractive to people because box trucks are not as regulated as semi trucks. They still have some regulations, and that's I made a few videos about that. There is this discussion whether box trucks need ELDs, electronic logging devices, or not. If you're doing over the road, most likely you will have to have an ELD device in that truck. There are some exceptions, like if you're staying local under a certain radius, if you go out of state, things like that. It's very complicated, but if you're planning to do over the road, most likely just count on the fact that you're going to need an ELD. Some people will argue because if you're under a certain weight that you don't need it, but still I'm pretty sure that you will need it, and better be safe than sorry, right? And they have some loose rules, like as far as the drug testing goes, random testing, things like that. Some of them you don't have to have a CDL at all. Some of them you have to have CDLB. So It all depends on a lot of factors. So this video is not about that. This video is about only whether you can make money or not. So people will invest in box trucks because they're also easier and cheaper to buy, cheaper to maintain, to insure, fuel, everything is more simple, right? But keeping that in mind, you're probably not going to be making as much money as if you had a semi truck. So if you're thinking about getting a CDL, I would strongly advise you go get a CDL A instead of B, and maybe while you're at it, get the endorsements. Get tanker, get hazmat, all of that, because it can be helpful. Okay, and you don't have to drive a semi truck. You can drive a box truck with CDLA, but it's just good having that license. The loads that we see right now on load boards are around $1 per mile. That's what they're paying, $1 per mile. In some cases, even less. And that's really, you're not going to be able to make money that way if you're going down that route. So just I I get people reach out to me. Sometimes they want to do a consultation with me. Sometimes they will email me or call me. They'll find my phone number and they say, hey, I'm getting into the business. Can you help me out? Like, I have a question. Okay, well, what are you trying to do? Well, I'm getting into these box trucks, and I tell them right away, hey, like, let's not waste anyone's time here, and let's not waste your money, because I'm not gonna waste any money on that. I'm just telling you as an advice. I don't know you. I'm talking to you for the first time. I don't want to sound arrogant, but I'm telling you honestly, like, don't do it. Don't do that. Like, maybe in a few years, once the markets become better, but right now, like, you're just gonna lose your money. You're gonna have a lot of headaches, and this is not gonna be for anything. And a lot of these people are like, I hate to say, but they sound like they're delusional. Like, they have set their mind on this. They've seen ads. They've seen other people do it. Maybe they did some research. One guy had a totally wrong picture about how loads are paying. Like, he thought the box trucks loads are paying way more than what they're actually paying right now for semi trucks, and I told him that's not. And then these people start to get offensive, and they get mad. It's like, maybe they're thinking I'm telling because I don't want competition, because, like, to me, like, that doesn't make any sense. If I was in box trucking, you were on the other side of the country, or like, even if you were here, like, it doesn't make any sense. But I don't work with box trucks at all. I work with semi trucks, and there is a reason. I thought about it many times. Believe me, I thought it. I did research. I asked around. I've seen how much the prices are for the trucks and how much they pay, the maintenance, the insurance. I did all of that. Like, and just every time I do that, I go back and I'm like, no, this doesn't make any sense. Why should I even do this? Now, let me tell you what you might be able to do with a box truck. So, most people will get a box truck because they really want to stay close to home. A lot of these box trucks don't have sleepers. You would have to sleep at a hotel, or maybe even at the steering wheel, which is illegal. And given that fact, maybe you should find something local if you can. For example, here where I live, this is not a large city, but it's not a small city either. Like, there's a lot of opportunities here in West Michigan. And I know a few stores that always look for box trucks where you can, as a contractor, deliver their stuff. Now, that involves a lot of heavy lifting, and most likely you need a helper. You can't do it yourself. And they would deliver furniture or appliances, even like Lowe's, sometimes they're looking for independent contractors to deliver, to go to like a local residential houses and do these smaller deliveries. So what you can do is go to Craigslist, Indeed, anything online where they advertise contractor work for box trucks. You can also go to websites of these, go to Google Maps and look for these companies, or even when you're driving around and you know all of these companies because you live there. Go inside, talk to the manager, or go to their website and see. A lot of them will hire contractors to deliver their freight. I know there is one store. It's a furniture store right here close to me. But the problem with them is they get their deliveries out in the late afternoon, sometimes in the evening. A long time ago, when I had my own cube van, the cube van is smaller than a box truck. It's like one of those U-Hauls, little trucks, the little vans that they use for moving. So I had a cube van, and I wanted to try that, to do that local furniture delivery. But they would call me at 8 p.m. and say, hey, we have few deliveries for you that go out today. So you're delivering residentially to houses at night because they wait for their customers to go in during the day and get their furniture, and that's what was their thing. They like same day delivery, and then they wait for all of them and they tell, okay, like now you go deliver that at night. So you go to these houses, you don't know anyone there, you don't know the neighborhood, and and they pay you cash. Like these, it's not, doesn't go through any accounts. Like you go to delivery and they pay you cash, which was odd. But there are some people that do that. Another thing that you can do is Amazon Relay. Amazon Relay is not really for everyone. If you are thinking of getting a driver, maybe that's not good for you, because it's going to be tough to find a driver that wants to mess with Amazon and with their times and updating their times and the paperwork and all of that. But I'll show you right here as far as Amazon Relay goes. Like this is for today. This is right here out of Grand Rapids, and these are box truck loads. So as you can see, like pay per mile is better than what you can get on the load boards. But these are all shorter loads. You get like $300, $290, $380, and a lot of them will have multiple deliveries. So if you click on it, come on, you can see right here. So this one is 1-on-1, right? Some of them will have 3 or 4 deliveries. And a lot of them, as you can notice, they start late, 2 p.m., 10 p.m., this is 4 a.m., so very early, 3 p.m. So you have to get that and run, right? So a lot of them will be done at night. And this is not for everyone. If you're an owner operator, maybe you can make some money doing this with these rates. But if you're a driver, I don't know if you're going to find a reliable driver that is willing to do this. Now, in order to work with Amazon Relay, you have to have your authority for 6 months. It says so right here. We zoom in, 6 months, and then there are some safety scores, brackets that you have to meet, right? These limits. And then the insurance is pretty regular, and that's about it. So you have to have 6 months. Your authority has to be 6 months old in order to get to Amazon Relay. Hopefully this video helped you in making that decision whether to start your box truck business or not. But seriously, if you ask me, I want to be honest and transparent with you. I would really stay away from box trucks. If you want to go into trucking business, I would consider semi trucks. Right now, it's not even the semi trucks are not even doing that great. But if you have a paid off truck bought with cash, you think you can do it, you're reliable, you're willing to take the risk and do all the necessary steps that you have to do as a new carrier, then in a few months, hopefully you can make some money. This is Anis from Never Stop Trucking. Thanks for watching.